Hello, this is Brad, the owner of Bellrock Internet Services, and I'm about to start one of my weekly online meetings. In these meetings, I offer local businesses internet marketing tips. Also, I accept questions about online marketing from local businesses and do my best to answer them. By having these meetings online, I hope to offer an easy, cost-effective way to improve your business results from your internet marketing. In this meeting, I'm going to discuss advertising on Google.
Yeah, you've got somebody else. Person joining us here. Welcome. My name's Brad Curtis, and I'm holding these weekly calls for question and answer sessions with local businesses, and I'm starting out with a little presentation here today, so get started here. Alrighty. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about what is the quickest way for local businesses, or any business actually, to get on page one for Google search. Out of these three, of AdWords advertising, or doing some work to get on Google My Business listing, or doing search engine optimization. And I think if you've done any work on the internet advertising business, you'll note that Google AdWords is the quickest way to have your business show up for people who are actively looking for your services. So AdWords is Google's term for search engine advertising. It's also called pay-per-click advertising. And in that, why do we talk about Google? Google's got the major share of the advertising. 2015, they still had 75%. I think it's dropped some into the 60s this year, as some of the other guys are making some inroads. And it's not something that's going to go away. It makes a major share of Google's overall income as a corporation. Still better than 50% of their income, although they're broadening their business base. It's an advertising method that is easily scalable. All you have to do is increase your budget to get more people clicking on your ad. And actually, because of the money it makes Google, they give them the best position. When you push an ad on AdWords, you are not only on number one, you're at the top of the page. So in relation to local businesses, what can they do to target their business, not just compete with the rest of the world for being shown up on the searches? One of the ways to do that is to use long tail keywords. In other words, say your car repair place, and you'd say car repair Sedona. Then you target that keyword to only show up when it includes the word Sedona. And then you're not competing with every business out there in Chicago, New York, and everything else for just car repair. There are some other filters. There's geo-targeting built right into the system, where you can limit the overall geographical area that your ad will show up. Only searches done in that area. You can also, should always use negative keywords. That's another term. In other words, you give the search engine terms which you want not to show up for. This makes you more targeted again. And you can also use ad schedule for showing up. For instance, let's say you're a deli and you only start serving lunch. You probably don't want to show up in the morning for when people are looking for a place to go for breakfast. So there's good ways built into the system for local business. So why is this important? Well, if you're thinking about internet marketing at all, 80% of all the customers, more than 80% of all customers today do an online check of something about whatever they're getting ready to purchase. For most all businesses, there are some businesses that don't have internet presence. So due to that, there's probably there's probably no more effective way to advertise when you compare it to printed ads or TV ads, because you get the targeting as well as the volume. Excuse me. So, knowing that and knowing how important it is, there's no amount of SEO that will place you as high as AdWords, because you're at the top of the page when you're doing AdWords. But in SEO, doesn't mean SEO is not important. It is important. You get on page one, and you, after you've done the work to show up, and you don't pay for the click. So in general, just a quick overview of one of the ways to advertise on the internet, and this is a general statement by me. Is just as the internet, I think of the internet as a communication pipeline to my customers, similar to TV and radio and print. It's just another way to advertise.
Brad?
It should not be ignored. Excuse me. Yes?
Brad, what's it cost per click?
Now I just got to the question and answer section here. That's the end of the presentation. The cost per click depends what you're advertising, and it's all set by competition. So if somebody else bids something, say they're bidding $2 for a click at a let's say a major car repair place that has places all across the nation, and they're advertising for the word car repair, then you probably don't want to compete against that. But then what you do is you say car repair at Sedona, and you don't have to compete as hard for that specific word. Just one of the techniques of being able to do that. So $2 per click is probably low for a car repair, maybe. So, but it could go as low as 10 cents per click, and it can go as high as I've seen some things that go for $40 a click. So again, it's just something set by competition.
If I was a Mexican restaurant and I just wanted to, somebody wanted to go for lunch or something like that, or do you have lunch specials, something like that? So I could say, I'll search Mexican restaurants in Sedona, let's say. If I should appear on the top there, or somewhere on the top of the page, what would that click probably be? There'd probably be several Mexican restaurants, I would guess.
Correct. You are going to compete against other Mexican restaurants, depending. And so the optimization of what you have to do is look at your competition on it. What kind of keyword? Is it going to be chicken enchiladas in New Bern? or you can get more specific about the keyword that you want to compete on. You could put your business name as part of it, although that would probably only lead you to your same customers that know your business name.
If the customer already knows my business name,
right?
Wouldn't they search just that? That would be simpler.
One of the things that is a big advantage in AdWords, I believe, is it gives you a report for just what people have been searching on. So when you put in some general terms and say you geo-target it for only 2 blocks around your restaurant, or 2 miles, you start seeing what people are actually searching on and what you want to pay on. I don't know of any other tool that gives you that, other than there are some things you can pay to use. There's something called SpyFu, which is a spying thing they collect data for what people search on. But the actual best data, I think, comes from actually participating a little bit in the AdWords game and start looking at those reports as to exactly the terms people have been searching on that you're starting to show up on. And then you can start optimizing your landing pages for those actual terms, which is another way to lower the cost for those ads.
But basically, you're saying I have to play to find out.
You have to play to get involved in it.
Yep. Okay.
Any other questions? Alrighty, so just wanted to make people aware of another method that my business, Bellrock Internet, tries to put out information for local businesses. We actually have an online news mag that I put out every month with articles about how you can improve your marketing online. And if you opt in for that, you'll get notices about these meetings that we're having weekly online, as well as get a copy of the Bellrock Clicks magazine. And this is one of our latest issues. In addition to that, look forward to hearing from anybody anytime. Come visit our website, and our next meeting, same time, same place, I'll talk about another internet marketing subject at that time. Please let me hear from you, and thanks for joining in on the call today.
Good call.
Thanks, Brad.
Welcome.
Well, that was the end. And so if you liked it and would like to join us, here the information is on this slide. Pause your video here and write down the information and come see us on Friday. Well, that was the end. And so if you liked it and would like to join us, here the information is on this slide. Pause your video here and write down the information and come see us on Friday.